Let's be honest, every designer loves to say this fabric is so beautiful. And the costing manager quietly thinks, and yes, so is our bankruptcy.
Oh no!
Somewhere between your mood board and your costing, a silent killer is waiting. It doesn't scream, it doesn't show up on your tech pack, it slowly bleeds your margin, and it's called consumption. And if you ignore it, your best-selling shirt might just end up being your most expensive mistake. In the next few minutes, you learn these 3 things which may save your face and your job and your company's profits. Number 1, why a 2% miscalculation can destroy your profits. Number 2, how pattern efficiency decides who survives and who suffers. Number 3, why rounding up is not a generosity, it's a financial suicide. By the end of this episode, you won't just measure fabric in meters, you'll measure it in money. Let's cut deeper together.
The consumption truth. Fabric can be $2 per meter or $20 per meter. But here's the plot twist. Price is not the real villain. Consumption is. Because what really matters isn't how much the fabric costs per meter. It's how many meters your garment eats per piece. If your shirt consumes 2.1 meters and your teammate says, let's keep it safe, make it 2.20, congratulations. You just gave away 0.10 meters times 10,000 pieces equals 1,000 meters of fabric. At $5 per meter, that safety margin cost you $5,000. That's not safety. That's a massacre. 1. The pattern room is the battlefield. This is where brands win or lose before the first needle drops. Pattern efficiency is not sexy, but it's everything. Move a pocket by 1 centimeter. Change the angle of a yoke. Switch from bias cut to straight grain. You didn't just change design, you changed consumption. And every millimeter counts, because no matter how fabulous your style looks, if it wastes fabric, it's not design. It's decoration for disaster. 2. Marker efficiency, the invisible art. Let's talk numbers, not nightmares. Marker efficiency simply means how much of the fabric roll actually becomes your garment. A good marker gives you 85 to 90% efficiency. A bad marker gives you 65 to 75%. That 10 to 20% difference? That's the gap between profit and pain. And no, it's not just cutting loss, it's margin loss. If your factory uses an outdated marker or cuts in tiny lots for convenience, you might as well hand the buyer your profit and say, here, take this too. 3. Width matters. No, really. Fabric width sounds boring until you lose $10,000 because of it. If your pattern is made for 58-inch width, but you accidentally buy fabric that's 54-inch, congratulations, you just need 10% more fabric for the same order. And guess what? Your costing didn't allow for that. So when production comes, your finance department suddenly develops a new habit, screaming. 4. Wastage. The hidden tax. Nobody uses 100% of fabric. There's always cutting loss, end loss, shade variation, human error. That's why we add 5 to 8% wastage in costing. But guess what? That's not a decoration number. It's science. Ignore it, and you underquote. Exaggerate it, and you overprice. Both ways, you lose. Factories that monitor actual wastage by style, fabric, and order wins the battle. Factories that assume, then just assume they'll stay profitable too.
No!
5. Sampling versus reality. Sampling fabric consumption is like speed dating. Everything looks good at first. But real production? That's the marriage. What looked fine in a prototype for one size explodes when you cut the full size range from XS to XXL. If your consumption isn't based on an average of all sizes weighted by order ratio, you're not costing, you're gambling. And gamblers can't run factories. 6. The consequence. Let's play a quick game. You make a shirt that costs $10 to produce. Consumption was miscalculated by 5%. That's 50 cents extra fabric cost. Not bad, right? Wrong. Because that 30 cents becomes $5 to $6 at retail. Exactly like we learned in episode 1. Congratulations, your minor mistake just priced your product out of its market segment. All because nobody checked the marker properly. 7. The fix. There's only one cure for this silent killer. Measure, test, track, repeat. Record actual consumption versus estimated. Optimize markers with CAD. Renegotiate widths or pattern placements. Review wastage monthly. Design with efficiency in mind. Because every centimeter saved is profit earned. No fancy slogan, no glossy campaign, just math. And math always wins.
Your garment may be beautiful, but if it wastes fabric, it's like racing a Ferrari with the handbrake on. So the next time someone says it's just half an inch more, look them straight in the eye and say that half inch costs 5 figures. Consumption quietly kills. Don't let that happen to you. If this episode made you question your markers, great, now you're winning. In the next episode of BSKB, we'll talk about other factors of garment costing. Until then, check your markers, check your math, and remember, design sells the dream, but consumption pays the bills. Bite-sized knowledge bombs is part of the Blossom 360-degree program, where we share practical industry knowledge about fabrics, garments, and how the fashion business actually works. If you're a student, designer, or an entrepreneur who wants to understand the industry from the inside out, Blossom 360-degree is designed exactly for that. I hope to see you in the next episode. Till then, take care, be safe.